They turned his love letter into a crime scene. Family, before we even dive into this story, I need you to pause for just one moment. Hit that subscribe button right now, because this is more than just entertainment. This is truth. This is pain. This is survival. These are the stories they try to bury, but we bring them to light. If you believe in justice, in love, and in voices being heard, then subscribe to the Untold Struggles so you'll never miss a single one. It was a spring afternoon in Crestwood, a town with manicured lawns, quiet streets, and whispers that were often louder than words. Andre Williams, 26, sat on a wooden bench under a cherry blossom tree. His hands trembled slightly, not from fear but from passion. He was writing a letter. Not just any letter. A love letter. The world around him blurred as his pen moved. His girlfriend, Nia, had been struggling with doubt. She wondered if Andre's love was as deep as his promises. So Andre decided to do something rare in the age of text messages and emojis. He would write by hand every reason he loved her. "You are my safe place," the pen etched. "Even when the world doesn't see me, you do." His eyes welled, his lips curved into a small smile. But on the other side of the park, a woman was watching. A woman who didn't see a young man writing a love letter. She saw something else. Her name was Karen Whitmore, and suspicion lived in her bones. From her shaded lawn chair, she whispered into her phone, "Yes, officer, there's a black man in the park, writing something suspicious. Looks like he's planning. I don't know. It doesn't feel right." A love letter, mistaken for crime. Andre folded the page carefully, slipping it into an envelope with Nia's name. He kissed the paper gently before tucking it into his pocket. But the sound of tires crunching gravel pulled him from his world of love. Two police cruisers pulled up near the fountain. Lights spun silently, painting the spring air red and blue. "Sir," one officer called, approaching with a hand on his belt. "Step away from the bench." Andre blinked, confused. "Excuse me? I'm just." Hands where I can see them. Now. People in the park turned. Mothers pulled children closer. Joggers slowed, phones ready. Andre lifted his hands, the letter still peeking from his pocket. "I don't understand. What's going on?" The officer's voice hardened. "We got a call about suspicious activity. Writing unusual behavior. Do you have identification?" Andres chest tightened. "Suspicious?" "I was writing a letter to my girlfriend." Laughter bubbled from a group of teenagers filming. But Karen, standing by the fountain, nodded proudly as if her call had saved the world. The love letter, the proof of his heart, was about to become Exhibit A of suspicion. Andre reached slowly into his pocket for his wallet, but the other officer shouted, "Stop reaching! Hands up!" Fear sliced through Andre's chest. He froze, arms raised high. The envelope slid from his pocket and floated to the ground. A gust of wind flipped it open, revealing the handwritten words inside. The officer snatched it up. His eyes skimmed the page. His lips curled. "This what you call dangerous? A love letter?" He chuckled, but not kindly. It was the laugh of disbelief mixed with control. Karen stepped forward, voice sharp. "I saw him scribbling." He kept looking around. How was I supposed to know it wasn't a threat? Andre's eyes locked on hers, fury smoldering. "You didn't see me. You only saw what you wanted to." But the damage was done. In front of strangers, Andre was searched, questioned, and humiliated. His bag dumped on the ground. His notebook flipped open. Every scribble, every lyric, every private thought exposed. Maya, a college student passing by, whispered to her phone's live stream. "This man is being treated like a criminal for writing." Writing. Her video would soon travel far beyond Crestwood. Andre was released that day, but not without a record of suspicious behavior. When he walked home, the sting wasn't from cuffs, it was from eyes. Neighbors who had seen the spectacle in the park now whispered about him like he was a suspect in waiting. At home, Nia waited. Her smile faded as she saw him, shoulders slumped, eyes hollow. "What happened?" she asked softly. Andre placed the crumpled envelope in her hand. "This was supposed to be for you, but now it's evidence." Nia opened it, tears brimming as she read. "They did this to you? Over this." Andre sat on the couch, staring at nothing. "It's not just about me, Nia. It's about how quickly they can turn love into danger, how fast they can turn words into weapons. Nia kissed his forehead, whispering, "They don't get to define you. Not here. Not with me." But Andre's silence told her everything. A wound had opened, one deeper than she could heal alone. Family, if this story is hitting you right now, if you've ever seen innocence turned into suspicion, then don't just watch in silence. Subscribe to the Untold Struggles. Share these stories so that the world can see the truth. Because if we don't, then who will? Hit that subscribe button right now. By morning, Maya's livestream had gone viral. Hashtag love letter not crime trended across platforms. News anchors debated. Did police overreact? Is writing in public now a crime? But in Crestwood, the tension thickened. Protesters marched to City Hall carrying signs. Words is not equal to weapons. Black love matters. Suspicion is not proof. Andre stood in the crowd, Nia holding his hand. His voice trembled but grew strong with each word into the bullhorn. They wanted to humiliate me for loving, for writing. But I refused to be silent. Because if they can accuse me for this, they can accuse any of us for anything. The crowd erupted. Chants echoed off the buildings. But behind closed doors, Karen seethed. On her phone, she typed furiously to the local paper. "This man is dangerous. He hides it behind his words. You'll see. Just wait." Her accusation wasn't over. It was only shifting form. Weeks passed. Andre tried to return to normal, to his writing, his job, his love. But whispers followed him. At the grocery store, at church, even in the classroom where he volunteered. Then one afternoon, a knock thundered on his door. Police again, this time with a warrant. "Mr. Williams, we've received reports you've been sending threatening letters. We need to bring you in for questioning." Andre's breath caught. Threatening? That's impossible. I don't write threats. I write love. I write peace. But as the officers let him out, neighbors lined the street. Karen watched from her porch, arms crossed, a smile tugging at her lips. Nia clutched Andre's arm, screaming, "You can't take him. This is a lie." Andre's eyes locked on hers. "Calm. Steady. I told you, Nia. They don't see me. They only see suspicion." And as the door of the cruiser slammed shut, Andre realized something chilling. The fight wasn't about what he wrote anymore. It was about who he was. And this was only the beginning. Family, do you feel that? That ache in your chest? That anger in your gut? They turned love into suspicion, and suspicion into accusation. But this isn't the end. This is only part one. If you want to know what happens next, if you believe this story needs to be told, then don't just watch. Act. Like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and above all, subscribe to the Untold Struggles. Because the fight for truth is far from over.